Welcome, Soul Family, to the update for August 2021. It's my pleasure every month at the beginning of each month to give you a bit of a heads up really about the energies that are going to be around over this particular month, how we can align with them, or how we can at least be aware of them, so that we can understand, is it all about us, or is there other things going on? Is it part of the bigger picture, or is it just my stuff I'm dealing with? So here goes. So connected in with Gaia the last few days, and I get a real huge, wonderful sense of an invitation into peace. So she's inviting us into a peaceful part of our own hearts. Because she said, this is the month to focus, if this is right for you. Remember, with all of these things and with every energy update that I give you, it's for you to check in with your own intuition, with your own authentic self, with your own sovereignty and leadership in your own life, to see which of these frequencies actually have an input, which of these go, oh yeah, that's for me, or no, I can ignore that this month. So you follow your own internal compass with everything that I offer. This is an offering. So basically she was saying today, and for this month, I'm recording this on the morning of the 1st of August, mainly because I often do it sort of at the end of a month, just before the beginning, but July was an invitation really into the now, and each time I went to do it, I got snippets of information, but it was really leading me into coming together with you on this Sunday to actually record this and put it out on the 1st of August. So that gives us an indication that the time is now, and that everything in your present moment, it has a majestic quality, is very magical, is very wonderful, and it's the one to stay in if you possibly can. So now is intrinsic in the value of moving forward during August. But basically she was saying this is about releasing the bindings. Okay, so I'm sending some loving and healing energy with every single video that I record, but this one is about releasing the bindings. So just for a moment, I'd like you to ask yourself, where am I bound? Do I have any bindings? What's a binding? Just ask yourself, see what comes up for you. Do I have any bindings? Am I bound? Have I been bound for a long time without realizing it? Is there anything in me that I can release? So some examples that have come up are to do with, let's say you're in a loving partnership, a relationship, and have you ever felt that you can't be your complete and utter authentic self in a relationship, whether that's with a girlfriend, a boyfriend, husband, wife, child, mother, father, whatever the relationship is, in any relationship in your life, have you ever felt you needed to conform in order to be accepted? Was that a binding that you had as a child? You learned that the best way to be loved was to live bound, to live held tight, to live without the total freedom of expression of who you really are. That's a kind of binding, isn't it? So is there anything there that you might feel recently, over the last year or so, that emotions are rising where you're looking for freedom? Emotions are rising where you're looking to be able to express the real you, because the real you is no longer satisfied with being dampened down or patted on the head or placed in a corner or depended upon to be the you other people depend on you to be, and yet it doesn't actually fit anymore with your authentic self, which is rising. So these are the bindings that have been put upon us as a youngster, and we've learnt to conform in order to be loved or in order to fit in. And, you know, there was an appropriateness of behaviour there at some stage or other to get some sort of loving and a learning. And that was when the world was as it was. It's all changed now. So conformity, the need to conform to what? What is the norm? You know, there's no going back. We have a new earth and a new world. We're in a pandemic still. We're in a different phase of it. Many are speaking of it being the end, but, you know, endings are always about heads up, a new thing on its way. There's new beginnings. So because it's new beginnings and new birth and a new you, it's giving yourself permission to release the bindings of all that ever was, that didn't blooming well fit you anyway. Release it all so that you can start to actually find, who is this real you? Who is that you, where all that mojo and that passion comes up and all of that love and that gratitude and all of the good stuff is? Where is that you? She's waiting, he's waiting to be birthed. And Guy's saying that one of the ways of doing it is to release the bindings. Now, some bindings we've learnt how to do as youngsters, others we've actually imposed upon ourselves. And they're really worth looking at, because anything that you've learnt can be unlearnt and you can strike out anew. So are there any bindings that you've put upon yourself? So have a little think into that, have a little feel into that in this healing moment. Ask yourself, what bindings have I put upon myself? You might get some insights from that. You might get some feelings that start to flow. It's pay attention to those, dive in deeper after this video just to see what's there that's ready to unravel. Unravel those bindings, unravel them all, just allow them to drop away. It's not working at it, it's allowing them to unravel. Unravel those bindings that you put on yourself in order to be loved or to conform or be accepted into the norm of society that now no longer exists. So we have to ask ourselves, why are we doing the things that we do? Because if you can actually find a place in your own authentic heart where you feel loved, where you feel self-accepting, where you can really understand that the nature of this planet wants to nurture us and heal us, where you can really understand that your heart and your mind is working at the smallest capacity that it was ever intended to do. If we can start to break free of the bindings that once were there for illusions of safety, maybe, all sorts of different reasons, often really good reasons. None of it's wasted. Everything is of value. Every experience is of value. How much suffering or how much happiness is involved in that experience, it's of value. But now we're at the place during this month of August of unraveling and releasing the bindings that held us in a perfect place of synchronicity of atoms that worked for us then. And many of you will really understand what it is I'm talking about, because you no longer feel comfortable with who you are. You've lost purchase. You don't know where you fit. It's all upended. Everything's changed. You've lost your pathway. That's good. That's really good. I've been speaking to many of you over the last few months, and we're experiencing this as a collective. It's a good thing, and that's because the foundation of the earth that we walk upon is now changing and has changed for many. And so therefore it's almost like the rug has been pulled, everybody's up, and we're free falling. We're free falling with all of this different input. And you get to choose, by unraveling your bindings, what kind of foundation you want to actually land on. So during the autumn, you can actually take that landing as your new foundation of your new life, of your new earth, of the full and authentic you that's here to party in this world, to land on that new earth, have something to say about your life, because it's a very precious commodity, and to move forward in the autumn, to move forward with full knowledge that you're sensing a new world, that you're sensing a new earth, that your new foundation is as real can be, and that you're open to the potentiality of the goodness that you are to start to bloom. Okay, so Gaia says, release and let go, unravel the bindings. Those that were given to you that you learnt, and those that you've given to yourself. It's all okay, it's all of worth, but it's time to unravel them so that you can actually start to feel and see and know your true form. Because your true form has been contorted into a bound creature to fit someone else's idea of what the earth was. So we've done that now. And now it's a case of actually unravel it all. Let it go, no matter how pretty those bindings were. Release them, unravel, so that you can start to actually experience what the flow is like of this new you. This you, the real you that's always been there. It's not new, it's ancient actually. But to allow yourself the movement, the fluidity, the connection, being in the true flow of the universal truth that's here for us all now. So I'd love it if you would like this video, if you do like it, and you subscribe, because it would be a great way for me to call in more of our soul family. If you actually get anything positive from these messages, maybe that's a way of you helping this message get to other people too. And what I'd absolutely love, like I love every single time I put a video up, is our chats. I love them. So I'd love to hear this month the comments of how this is resonating for you. You know, have you identified a particular binding that you can actually unravel? Has it come to you literally straight away? Has it taken a while? What does it feel like when it's actually gone? What does that feel like? What does that you inside, what else is inside of you that's revealing itself to you now? The other thing is, Gaia talks about another thing called celebrating rituals. Celebration of our rituals. And this is a fascinating one as far as I'm concerned, because I think everything is a ritual. You know, if you're a person that likes a warm drink in the morning when they get up, that is a ritual. If you don't feel right without a certain thing having been done, so, you know, do you leave your washing up for 3 days, or do you leave your washing up till the next day, or do you have to do it there and then so it's done and dusted and you feel free? So that gives you an indication of where the rituals are that make you feel like you're in the flow, that you feel more comfortable with who you are. They're authentic to you. They're different for everyone. And it's like a tea ritual or a fire ceremony, or, you know, celebrating the different seasons of Imbolc, or whatever it happens to be. It's like celebration of rituals. You know, birthdays are rituals. You know, summer holidays are rituals. Getting up in the morning. Everyone has a ritual there, don't we? What do? We usually, you know, what do you do? What's your ritual? What's your morning ritual that you feel is subconscious and you don't really pay attention to it and you just get on with it? The guy is suggesting actually that you be fully present in those normal, basic, everyday rituals of existence. By being fully present in those rituals, like brushing your teeth or having a wash or having a shower, means that you have more awareness of what's actually going on around you in this amazing world when you step out of your ritualistic space. So if your morning routine was a ritual where you were fully present and you attended to it mindfully, then it's more of a practice of present day awareness. And the more we can be in our present day, the more choice we're aware of that we're making. And we're making choices all of the time. Some choices we're making to keep our bindings in place because we don't know any other way. But if we were to be fully present in the moment, I really do wonder what choices we would then make for the rest of our day when we become aware of a change of energy when we cross a street, or a change of energy when we're working with new people or the same people that we've always worked with, but it just feels different. Something's a bit off or something's more on. What is that energy exchange? What's actually changed? Because guys, the last 18 months, 2 years, be under no doubt whatsoever that your adrenal system has taken a bit of a hit. Your nervous system and your emotional level is quite frayed to some degree. And we've all been healing this in lots and lots and lots of different ways. But because now for many of us freedom is offered, our choices have been expanded, it's sort of like, okay, I see people, and I think it's fantastic that people are actually saying, well, do I really want to go out and mingle with those people? Do I really want to stay in? Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to work at home now? Do I want to do a bit here with those people? What am I actually doing? And people are actually asking themselves, what's right for me? And that's fantastic, rather than fitting in with the old structure. But if you're doing rituals, if you're celebrating your rituals, and you can bring yourself into full moment by moment present time awareness, it is a present, a gift to you. It's a gift to you so that you're more aware of your choices that you're making moment by moment throughout your precious day. And therefore, when some of the other choices come up for you and are offered to you that you feel is a big choice, it's much easier to recognize that it's here. And it's much easier for you to go into a really good state of grace, state of present moment, state of breath, of earthed connection, connecting with your heart and your spirit, and for you to be able to answer life's offerings and opportunities and celebrations from that grand place that you are. Okay, my lovelies? So, yeah, bindings, allow them to disentangle and celebrate your rituals, even if it's like brushing your teeth. Be present moment rather than what's happening in the day. Bring it back to present moment. Live each day with as much love, gratitude, fun, laughter and strength that you are. Love you loads. I look forward to our comments. Mwah. See you soon. Bye for now.